Hi, Barry Ayres, Pro-powerflushing, telephone number 07836 353 985. We're doing a power flush today in cheadle hulme. The system's a combination boiler system. It's a new fitment, to be honest, but the central heating engineers have called us and asked us to power flush the central heating system just to protect the new boiler. It's a new inter-gas combination boiler, quite a nice looking boiler, and we're just power flushing the whole central heating system out. Okay, we've got the Camco FX2 pump on the go. It's a bit of a rainy day. We're actually filming from inside the property here. Got the equipment set up outside. Got Camco CF90 Quantum 2 power flush pump on the go. The FX2 chemical going through there. We've got the magnet hooked up just round the side of the machine there, catching all the rust and corrosion. We may be able to show you that later, hopefully. But it is quite rainy today, so you know, we don't want to get our camera wet, basically. We're going to put Sentinel X100 in there later. They are very good central heating inhibitor, prevents further rust and corrosion from getting in the central heating system. Okay, we're hooked in through the flow and returns, getting a good flow around the boiler, around the system, and the job's going absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to explain what power flushing is, the areas we cover, our prices, etc. So my name's Barry Ayres. I'm a fully gas safe registered engineer, very important. We sometimes need to get proper into the boilers and things to give them a best possible flush. We was actually doing one yesterday. It's a Valent central heating boiler, and the heat exchanger was fairly badly blocked in the boiler itself. So we had to get proper into the boiler to give it a really good central heating flush. Okay, we know what we're doing. We've literally done hundreds of power flushes. Very experienced, come across all sorts of situations. Okay, so that's what power flushing is about. It's about getting all the rust, metal and corrosion out of the central heating system. Very important for newer boilers and older boilers as well. It can actually revive your central heating system. If you've got an old boiler, you can actually bring everything back to life. Old central heating system. Very, very important if you're getting a new boiler fitted to get the central heating system power flushed. Of the utmost importance, because all the rust and metal and corrosion, if you don't get that radiator circuit flushed out, it's all going to be running through your new boiler, and you're going to really cause some big problems. Okay, if your boiler breaks down, the manufacturer sends out engineers out. They find rust, corrosion and metal in the central heating system boiler. It's you know, it could actually invalidate your warranty, and you could actually have to fork out for some fairly new expensive parts, or even possibly a new boiler if it's got proper into the heat exchanger. Okay, heat exchangers now, they're very thin, you know, thin passageways in them, diverter valves, flow switches, pumps, etc. in the boilers, very susceptible to rust and corrosion going through them. Okay, and the manufacturer, if they see that in your boiler, they're just going to turn around and say it's not being power flushed to BS 7593 standard, and that's where you're going to encounter problems. But that little bit of money you fork out for a power flush, you know, it's worth it in the long run. Okay, so the areas we cover, I'm based in Bramwell, Stockport, Manchester, and I cover a 60 to 70 mile radius of our hometown. That's basically Cheshire, Lancashire, parts of Yorkshire, parts of Stafford, parts of Derby, Nottinghamshire. We'll go up to Blackpool, Chester, etc., over to Sheffield for our power flushing service. So if you're and down to Stafford, if you're within them areas, just give me a call and we'll sort your price out, and we'll come and power flush your central heating system. Our work is fully certificated to BS 7593 standard. You may have said that before, and our prices are up to 50% cheaper than the major utilities companies such as British Gas, HomeServe, E.ON, etc. So if you are actually a British Gas contract customer, you're going to be saving in excess of £300 or possibly more for your power flush. Alright, so you know, you know what it's about, you know our prices, and we know what we're doing. Okay, we actually believe we're one of the best power flushing companies in the country. We've just literally done too many power flushes to not know what we're doing. I've got quite a few videos on the internet. Have a look at them. We'll try and show you this magnet later if we can. We're just going to get on with this job, and we'll get back to you later on. Okay, so Barry Ayres, Pro-powerflushing, just back to this job. We've actually put the magnet on bypass, and we've taken it out of its holder, and we're going to zoom in on it and show you the rust and metal and corrosion that's in this central heating system. Now that is quite a thin magnet, and that's, can you see this rust and corrosion? We're going to zoom in a little bit more. This is metal and rust and corrosion that's in this central heating system. Now you imagine that going through your boiler, through your combination boiler or your normal boiler, you know, especially the modern boilers now with the small plate heat exchangers, main heat exchangers, diverter valves, flow switches, etc. If you don't get this out of your central heating system, it's just going to wreck it. And look at that. These are pieces of metal, and there's some fairly big pieces on here as well. So this is what power flushing is all about. It's about getting all that rust, metal and corrosion out of the central heating system. Okay, so there's a good demonstration there of what power flushing is all about. Alright, we're just going to get on with the job. We'll get back to you later when we're finished now, okay? Thank you. Hi Barry, it's Pro Power Flushing. The carts and boiler fitted now. We're just packing away, everything's heating up nice, everything's back together, etc. So if you need any power flushing done, this was in cheadle today, give me a call on telephone number 07836 353 985 or contact us through our website pro-powerflushing.co.uk. Okay, thank you.